Hey guys, how you doing? This is Juan with Liberty Graphic Designs. Today we're going to be putting a new sublimation printer together from Epson, the Epson F6370. So don't go anywhere. Okay, so I bought another printer, another 44-inch printer, sublimation printer. But you don't see a box right here, right? It's actually in the back of my truck right now. Actually, it's all over my truck. We couldn't fit the box in the truck, so we took the box apart and we stuffed boxes in the bed of the truck, in the back seat of the truck, and the passenger seat of the truck. So my truck is full of boxes. So I'm gonna open the garage door and I'm gonna start building it right here. As you can see, actually you cannot see that good, but what you can tell right now where I'm standing is the only space that I have for that printer. So I have to get rid of my screen printing equipment because I need to make room for new equipment that's coming. So let me open this door and you guys can see all the nonsense in the back of my truck. Actually, let me show you what my truck looks like with all those boxes for one printer. Okay, so as you can see, it's already getting dark. Lights are out already. This is my truck, and you can see there's the printer. It's like it just barely fits in the back of my truck. You can actually see it actually goes out a little bit. And then if I open the back seat of my truck, there's literally no room. There's actually boxes in the passenger side. So I'm gonna get all these boxes out and then we can start putting the printer together. Okay, so you saw all the boxes in the back seat and the front seat and the back of my truck. So I'm gonna get everything off. I'm gonna start building the base because I need the base first so I can set the printer on top. It's just me by myself, so I'm gonna have to put the base as quick as I can because if you notice, it was already getting dark. And I'm gonna have to ask probably one of my neighbors to help me get the printer off the truck and set it on top of the base. So let me bring all the boxes in here so I can start setting everything up. More than likely, you're not gonna see the build because, again, it's getting dark outside, and I don't want to be building this in the middle of the night. And then, again, I'm not gonna be showing you how I built everything. You'll probably just get to see the final build, or you'll see everything put together. Okay, so I got all the boxes out of the truck except the printer. So that's the only thing that I got still in the truck. I'm gonna try to put the base together, like I said, and then I'm gonna go back out there and actually I'm gonna have to get one of my neighbors. Hopefully I don't have to get anybody. If I can put everything together, this will be a good video so you guys can see that you can put a printer this big together by yourself. So stay tuned. Okay, so there you go. I got the printer inside. It wasn't that bad to get it off the truck. Besides the stand, it's actually pretty low where I can just get it off the truck, land it on top of the stand. The printer is not that heavy. I mean, for one person to pick it up is heavy, but I didn't have to pick up the whole printer, just one side, and then moved it over and I slid the other side on top of it. I'm freaking sweating because it's hot outside. So I'm gonna continue on with the build. Again, this is not an instructional video, so I'm not stopping and telling you guys what I'm doing. It's just me putting the printer together. Actually, I wanted to get the printer off the truck because I didn't want to leave it outside. Right now, I mean, the printer's already in here. It's on top of the stand. I can continue on with the build. It's pretty late already, so. Okay, so as you can see, the printer is put together. All I gotta do now is charge the ink, put the ink in there and take all this tape off because somebody got tape happy. They put so much tape on this printer, so oh my god. So let me remove this tape real quick and then we can charge, or we can put the ink in the printer. I'll turn the printer on, so make sure that everything is ready to go. Make sure that we have the ink, in the printer, ready to go. And then I'll install the software and get our first print. Just so you know, again, I know I said it a couple of times, this is not an instructional video. So this is just me putting the printer together. So that's why I'm not showing you like how to put the ink in there, how to install the software. This is not an instructional video. This is just me, you know, putting the printer together. So let me take all this tape off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and load the paper. This is not the sublimation paper that the printer comes in. This is actually adhesive paper. The other one is, I mean, it's pretty good. It's 24-inch, which I didn't get. You buy a 44-inch printer, but yet they give you 24-inch paper. So what's up, Edson? You know, we bought a 44-inch printer. Give me a 44-inch paper roll. But anyways, it was, you know, it was with the printer. So this one right here, I'm gonna load. Again, this is not the one that it came with. The other one I still got it over there. So I like this little carriers right here. It's big enough for a 2-inch core. This paper right here is 3 inches. So obviously it won't fit, right? But this is pretty cool because in the back, I cannot get this deal very close so you guys can see it. But in the back, it has a like a lever. You open it, like right now it's set at 2 inches for the 2-inch core. But watch what happens. So if I move it to the 3-inch, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. So now it'll receive the 3-inch. So that is pretty cool. Another thing about this printer is you don't have to be holding the roll, you know, like dead weight. You actually stand it on top of the printer, load your paper, and then you slide it in place. I'll show you. So we move it over to the 3 inches. So you load the paper in the rollers, lock it in. That's locked in, that way it won't come off. And then what you do is you literally just slide it in place and then move this lever down. That's it, it's locked in place. You don't have to do anything else. Now the only thing we gotta do is feed it. Like right now the printer is not gonna grab it because the printer is off. So, but I just wanted to have that paper there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually load the ink. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. Now the ink that comes with the printer is 1,000 milliliters or 1 liter. Yeah, 1,000 milliliters or 1 liter. When you buy new ink, it's now it's actually 1.1 milliliters. So that's actually pretty good. And depending on where you buy this ink, it ranges from $115 to $125 per bag. And then you just load it in the machine. It's pretty good. So make sure you don't lose this. Okay, so just make sure you take this chips right here that come with the bag of ink. So each bag will have its own chip. Make sure you take it out. And don't worry if you get them mixed. They actually color coded. They have a little sticker right there that tells you what color it goes to. Slide this little deal out and position the chip on this little thingamabob right here. Yes, I said thingamabob. Just like so. Make sure it doesn't fall. And then just slide it back in place. And when this thing doesn't have a chip and you slide it in there, it just slides in and out. It actually slides out real easy. You can't even see it, but it'll slide out real easy. But once you put a chip in there, see, I know you cannot see it, but the yellow won't come out anymore because it's actually, the chip is actually inserted in there and it locks it in place. So just make sure you put the right ink in the right reservoir. Like for example, this is cyan. And again, place the chip in there. And these things are made to where you can't put the chip in there backwards. It just won't fit. So slide it in there. It will, like if you tip it over, it will come off, see? But once you slide it in there, it'll actually slide in the slot, and it'll latch, or it'll lock itself in place. Okay, so as you can see, here's the ink tanks. You see how this one slides out real easy? Like, I mean, it'll literally just slides out. This one, it won't. See? It actually latches on real good. So once we put the chip that comes in this bag, just get the bag, right? And then take that chip out of this small blue bag. Slide the carrier out, and you slide it in place. The chip will actually be facing forward, just like that. And then you slide it back in there, and you'll feel it. Watch, and you can actually hear it right there where it latches back in place. And now if I want to pull it out, you have to really push it out. Okay, so now I'm going to start filling up the ink. I'm going to start with the black one. You can close this, you know, just in case if you don't want to make a mistake. Because right now pouring the ink, this is where you can make a mistake, because there's, you know, like other printers, you have keys in there that it won't let you put the wrong ink. But this one, you're actually going to pour it in there. So what I'm going to do, you don't need scissors, because you can cut it. It actually has a slit right here, and just slide it out just like this and get it all over your fingers like I just did. But this is the reason why I'm going to use scissors, because that last little piece, it always gets you, because it gets stuck in there. So that way you don't get it on your fingers like I just did. And pour the ink in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just fill up the ink. And see, I'll show you what I was talking about. See that little piece? It doesn't want to tear all the way. So that's why I was using the scissors. Just to cut the little piece, because it gets in the way when you're pouring the ink. And again, just double check, make sure that you're using the right one. In this case, we're using magenta, so magenta. That you don't pour the wrong one in the wrong reservoir. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the printer on. And all I got to do is just set, like for example, the correct time, the correct date. Get the printer to start circulating the ink. I'm not going to walk you through that. I mean, there's plenty of videos out there if you need to watch them. There's plenty of videos out there. And after that, I'm going to go install the software. I have not installed the software. Get everything ready, and then that way we can do our first print and test the printer and see how well it performs. So I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Actually, yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so while the printer is actually charging the ink, I'm going to go ahead and install the software. Now Epson has started sending the CDs out. It's called Epson Edge. It makes you, or it helps you print better. If you don't have a CD like this, I think you can still download the software from their website. So I guess you really don't need this, but you do need, however, a code that's in here to register your software. So you are gonna need that. I'll be right back. Let me go install this. It'll take me, I don't know, 10-20 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got everything set up. It's actually pretty easy. Remember the CD that I showed you for Epson Edge print? Well, I just put a new computer together. My computer doesn't have a CD-ROM, so but it's pretty easy. I mean, you just go to Epson.com and go to this printer and just download Epson Edge print. It's pretty easy, very, very self-explanatory. I got the printer connected via network, not via USB. This one, I don't think this one is a Wi-Fi like the F570, but everything was like very self-explanatory. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the second print because I already did one. I just want you guys to see it. This is the first print that I did on the printer. I'm gonna do another one so you guys can see how fast it prints. The only thing that I need to figure out how to do is to have the printer cut the paper right after it prints, because this one, it didn't cut it. I had to actually cut it myself. Not myself, but I had to, you know, press a little button. I don't know if this can automatically cut or if it's gonna wait for you to actually, because there's a small button right here on the panel that you can press to cut the paper. But the only thing that actually took a little while was the charging of the ink. The ink charging took about 45 minutes to an hour. That one actually did take a while, and we can't do anything about that because the printer is doing its thing. So, and it took about about a half an inch of the ink. So it's quite a bit of ink, you know, going through the whole cycling. It dumped a lot of ink on the waste basket, but just a part of the game. But let me send a print. Again, this is gonna be the second print, because obviously right here is the first one, and I just selected whatever. My computer's on the other side, so I will step out for a little bit, and you'll see the printer printing and see how fast it actually prints. So there you go. I just click print, and you can hear the printer's already. It's already printing. I mean, that sucker is fast. So the print that I'm doing right now is actually 9 inches by 16. So 9 by 16. And this is just on one of my videos. This is the tag on one of my videos. So the only reason why I'm printing that is because I don't have, like I said, this is a brand new computer. There's nothing on it. So I just printed whatever was on there. Again, so there you see the print coming out, and this is what I mean. You have to press that button to cut it. Now here's the thing, see how the printer just stopped and it didn't cut the paper? Well, I'm used to like the F570, as soon as it ends, completes the print, it actually cuts the paper. This one, you actually have to tell it to cut. However, the print, see how the print is sitting right there? I can see through the window that the print is way over here. So if I press cut, I don't know if it's going to push it forward and then cut it. I don't know if it knows where it's at. The other one, I had to push it forward. So let me see what it does. So there you go. It's actually pushing it forward. Oh, perfect. There you go. Because on this one, you can see that the big old wide area. That's because I actually pushed the paper forward. But this one, you can see it only cut about half an inch on both sides. So that's pretty good. It looks very nice. I mean, I don't know how well you can tell in the video, but it actually looks very, very good. I'm impressed. Very nice printer. I'm actually printing on 24 inch media, and again, this print that I did right now is 9 inches tall by 16. So this will be nice. I mean, because now we're gonna be able. I'm gonna go pick up some paper that's gonna be 44 inch paper, so I can make some full sublimation t-shirts. That would be really nice. So that's it, guys. This is it for this video. Again, this was not a tutorial video. It was just kind of like showing you, the steps that we have to do to set up one of these printers. One thing, whenever I was building it together, I was looking for instructions. There's no instructions on the printer. There is, however, a QR code right here that you can scan, and it'll take you to the video, so it'll show you how to follow the steps on how to put everything together. The only instructions that you're gonna find is gonna be for this take-up, for the take-up reel is the only one, and that's if you get the production, what do you call it, the production series. If you get the printer, just the standard printer, you're not gonna have the take-up reel. That's the only thing, that's the difference. So the other one, they call it production series. The only difference is gonna be the take-up reel. Other than that, the printer is gonna be exactly the same. The only part that the instructions on the videos that you're gonna get lost a little bit is whenever you put in the ingress of Word together. There's a step there that they don't explain it correctly. and it kind of lost me for a little bit. But once I put the printer on top of the base, I saw everything. I was like, oh, okay. So once you start building the printer, you know, you have to set the printer on top of the base first, and then follow the instructions. If you try to go ahead and follow the instructions before you set the printer up, you're gonna find yourself in a little bit of a bind. So follow the instructions. Again, you're not gonna have any paper instructions. They're all online. Again, there's a QR code right here on the actual printer. You just scan it and it takes you to the videos. So that's it. It's pretty easy, man. Very, very easy. And so yeah, I just want to take this moment to say thanks to Matt from Imaging Spectrum in Dallas, Texas. He's the one that I actually bought the printer from, you know, from Imaging Spectrum. But he was very, very helpful. Him and there's a lady at the front desk. I forgot her name. I am so sorry. I have never seen such a good or better customer service. I did not know this company existed until a couple of weeks ago when I was looking for this printer, and that's when I found out about this printer. I actually ordered all my stuff from GSG, but I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I'm gonna be switching over to Imaging Spectrum because they are cheaper. Trust me, they did not tell me to say this. There's no affiliation whatsoever. But Matt, however, Matt gave me an extra $200 off on this printer to go if I picked it up, which I told him I was gonna pick it up. So I picked it up and he knocked out an extra $200 off. To be exact, it was $205 off of this printer. So that was really cool. I mean, Epson was already running a sale for $500 off. So I got an extra, you know, I got altogether got $705 off of this printer. So yeah, these printers are pretty expensive, but again, thanks to Matt from Imaging Spectrum, it was a very, very good experience. So thank you guys. It was a pleasure like always. I don't know if I forgot something. If I did forget something, please ask me a question. Please let me know in the comments below. It was a pleasure like always making these videos. Stay tuned because you're gonna see a lot of stuff coming out of this printer. A lot. So thank you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye now. It was a pleasure like always. Adiós. Nos vemos y que Dios los bendiga. Bye bye.